If you're doing well for yourself, why do you care what other people say? Okay? When did it bother me when people were constantly talking shit about me? Because I wasn't doing well. Because my content was being stolen. I wasn't getting enough profits or views on the content I was putting out. I was struggling financially, and it drove me nuts. It made me get stressed out. It made me constantly rage about my situation and whine and complain about it. I've been doing good now for 2 years. I don't give two shits about any of these people.
Waiter, I would like to have the copium that this man is having. Welcome aboard my Mexican pirate crew. Today we are talking about the legendary DSP Gaming. So why are we talking about DSP Gaming today? Did he crank it on live stream again? No, thankfully not again, thank God. But in this particular video, he has been talking about the quartering. Now, there's been a lot of drama going on with quartering and Kino Casino. If you don't know who those two are, quartering is like a very big political, I think, right-wing figure. I'll correct myself if I'm wrong in the editing process, but I believe he's a very like far-right content creator. While Kino Casino, they're not politically aligned, such as myself, but they react to different clips of like these different locales and all this other stuff. And I guess like quartering has threatened some legal action on them or some. I don't know what's going on with that. But today I did want to talk about Phil because you want to hear something funny. He has always prided himself of not ever getting involved with the drama stuff. But today he is talking about some drama stuff. I wonder if the bills are pretty low for this man. It must be, because like he's literally said, you know what? I'm never gonna talk about this drama stuff ever again. You know, it's affected me in the past. It's just not good for anyone. Blah blah blah. Right? And then he goes on to talk about the quartering. Like, make it make sense, man. Like, if you do not want to talk about drama, just don't talk about drama at all, you know? Play your shitty little games. Hide your games behind a paywall, because that's what we know you for, you know? That's what the entirety of the internet knows you for. It's just for begging and begging and begging. And I'm sorry, y'all, but we gotta stop enabling this guy. Like, we genuinely gotta stop enabling DSP Gaming, you know? Like, and if you're like one of his dents watching this, I want you to know, dude, stop enabling this man. You know, the more you enable him, the more he's gonna think it's okay to be disrespectful to his audience, to be disrespectful to strangers, be disrespectful to whoever the he wants, right? And the thing is, he thinks he's justified for it because he was on for so long. But the main reason he was on, right, wasn't because of his wife, you know? I'm not going to attack her in any of my videos because, like he said, she is not a part of his content or whatever. But my problem with Phil is that he constantly begs, and he is just never going to change as a person. I've already accepted that. Like, watching this spiral happen over and over again, I've already accepted that Phil is not going to change as a person. And now he is hopping on the drama bandwagon now that everyone is talking about the quartering and the Kino Casino situation. And he's going to argue, being like, oh no, the only reason I talked about it was because my chat was bothering me about it. You do know that you could ignore that, right? You could be like, you know what, I see that you guys are talking about this quartering and Kino Casino drama, but you know what, I'm going to ignore it for the day. I don't want to be a part of any of that, you know? But instead, he decides to engage with it. Why? Because he knows that's what's going to pull in the viewers. He knows that's what drama does, you know? And like it sounds really bad coming from me, considering I am a drama channel, but you know, that's what drama does. It pulls in the viewers. It pulls in people want to watch it because they want to know what's going on with like the Kino Casino, what's going on with quartering, you know? And I think the DSP knows this, right? And I don't think he'll ever truly stay away from drama, you know? Like, and yes, I'm not sure if he already said it in this clip, but I know that in this video he does say that he worked with Kino's Casino, or he worked for Kino's Casino. He actually said that at the beginning. Afterwards, he like changed his wording and said that he worked with the Kino Casino. But let's be honest, guys, he worked for the Kino Casino, and I am sure that he is seething right now that, you know, the Kino Casino is like fairly popular. They've been getting a lot of money recently. I'm sure anyway. Like, I could probably look up right now and compare the social blade of Kino Casino. All right, so yeah, so Kino Casino is like they're grade C, alright? They're grade C, you know? They're grade C. And let's see what DSP is. Let's see what DSP is. Also a grade C. Interesting. So let's see, like, okay, so yeah, he earns to like we'll say 121 to 1,000, almost 2,000 per month. You know, that's how much DSP makes. But then let's go ahead and look at Casino, right? They make 101 to 1,000. Okay, so DSP is doing a little better than them. You know, at that point, I will shut my mouth about that, because if Phil is doing good, you know, that's good for him. But we also have to think, why is he doing good? You know, because that's just the social bleed, you know. That's the earnings he's getting from YouTube. You know, we're not talking about his donations from Kick or Twitch, or he doesn't even do Twitch anymore, YouTube or any of that, you know. We are talking about just his general social blade. So this is what he's getting from YouTube per month, you know. And the fact that he's still begging people to donate, even though that's how much he makes, like, per month, like, and I understand it's like per, like, what, I think 1,000 views, some shit like that, that he gets that money. But at the same time, like, if your YouTube channel's already doing so well, why not continue just to make more, like, YouTube videos for those dents who want to watch you? You know, I feel like it would just be a lot more easier. And I know that he's already, like, hired an editor to, like, grab some of his best moments or worst moments, whatever the fuck you want to call it, right? To do all that. But, like, how long is it going to be until, like, he lets that editor go because he can't afford it anymore somehow? Because the man also just spends like a motherfucker, you know? Like, I know I have a spending problem. My spending problem is bad. But, oh boy, this motherfucker, like, I don't understand it. Like, all the money that he puts towards DoorDash, I feel like he could put towards a new car, his own car, so that way he can start going out and getting his own stuff. I'm sure that people, we've already seen the appearance of Chair before. You know, we fucking love Chair here. The Chair is is like my favorite part of any DSP gaming stream, bro. Like, anytime he leaves the bathroom, Chair is there to entertain us like a motherfucker, bro. Like, genuinely, the Chair is the most entertaining part of Phil's streams. But yeah, let's watch a little bit more of this clip.
Cares. I'm doing good. That's all I care about. So, to help with what the internet says, right? I understand you're not going to please all the people, and there's always going to be people who rag on you in life. That's part of being a public figure, all right? So if you have that problem and you don't want to be ragged on, then don't be a public figure.
That is a face of someone with absolutely zero self-awareness. Like, it's Phil, you gotta start looking in the mirror, buddy. Like, you crash out almost every single time a person, like, calls you out for literally anything. It's absolutely ridiculous. And anytime a person calls you out for begging for money, because that's what you do for a lot of your streams. You might not see it, but you beg a whole lot, man. You all of a sudden go into, like, attack mode, and you're just like, oh, you know what, ban that motherfucker. Oh, you know, you just start throwing a tantrum, bro. Like, I completely agree with you. If you can't take the heat, you know, get out of the kitchen. You know, if you can't take the criticisms and, like, stupid comments from the internet, you really shouldn't be on the internet, you know? Like, I feel like I've been on the internet long enough to kind of know that, and, like, I've had people who just don't like me because they don't like me, or they think I have bad takes, or whatever, you know? And I'm okay with that, you know? People are going to have their own opinions about me, and I'm perfectly fine with that, you know? If you hate me, awesome. If you like me, cool. If you don't like me and you don't hate me, you're kind of just like, this guy's kind of mid, fucking awesome, dude. But it's like, bro, how are you, like, this unself-aware that you don't even notice that, you know, you're begging for money, you're constantly crying about, like, all this other stuff, you know, about internet trolls, you know, as you say, harassing you, when they don't even really harass you. They just troll you because they know that you're an easy target to troll. Like, dude, I don't know, man. Like, I do not understand how this man's logic works, but let's just watch a little bit more of this video.
Regular job, go get a 9 to 5, you know, do normal work. Don't be in front of thousands of people every day for scrutiny and skepticism, and then you won't have that level of harassment, right? I know that, and I've accepted it. So every day when I come on here and you guys make fun of me, I'm like, well, whatever, who cares? I'm doing good for myself. Why do I give a shit?
See, it's just, I feel like it's genuinely sad because he just does not see it whatsoever, you know? He doesn't see the absolute hypocrisy on his end, the absolute, like, everything on his end. Phil, you do know that normal people weren't harassing you. They were just simply trolling you. You know that, right? And as for those psychos who were actually harassing you, that should never happen to no matter like who it is. People shouldn't be taking their own actions in order to harass whatever public figure, and I just my brain is still trying to wrap around his level of not non-self-awareness, because it's bro, you obviously this internet stuff has obviously affected your mental health. It seems like you need to work a regular 9 to 5, and by the sounds of it, you say that you don't give a shit what people think about you, what people say about you, all this, but in doing all this other stuff, given a reaction like this, it kind of shows otherwise, you know what I'm saying? And it's dog, you're gonna have to sooner or later, your fans are not going to be your fans anymore. And whether you get new fans, who knows? Maybe you will get new dents, new whales who gives you $1,000 every stream. That would be nice for you, right? But in reality, the people are going to see past your facade of oh, I'm a good positive streamer or whatever. They're going to see past that, and they're just not gonna watch you anymore, man. It's as simple as that. And when people stop watching you, when those viewers dry up, when those donations dry up, you are going to be broke again, and you are going to once again ask the internet for money. And when that time comes, people, unfortunately, people will kind of laugh at you like you're a fucking circus act or some shit, right? I personally won't. I'll personally think it's sad when it gets to that point, right? But if you keep going down this route, it's going to get to that point. There's a lot of people who've already called you out and criticized you for your bullshit, rightfully so, I believe. And it's starting to affect you a little bit, I feel like. Now that people are kind of seeing past your facade, it's affecting you, because you've even had a fucked up past, man. I'm not even gonna lie, I don't think you've even really grown from your past, you didn't develop empathy, I'm sorry, I just had to make that joke. But seriously, it feels like this man just needs to change for the better, he needs to get off the internet, touch grass, spend some time with his wife, get a regular 9 to 5. I feel like that would be beneficial to Darkside Phil. But is he, in all reality, is he going to do that? Is he going to listen to some 61 subscribed person who has nothing but gameplay and a mic? No, of course he's not going to listen to me. But when that time comes, he's going to need that advice just to get a regular 9 to 5, kind of back away from the whole streaming business, because it's obviously not for you, man. I'm sorry to say, but it is not for you. But that's kind of my whole opinion on this whole DSP situation going on. I know we didn't really get to talk about the quartering and Kino Casino drama all that much. Hopefully I'll talk about that in another video. But if you guys did enjoy this video, be sure to hit that like button, and if you guys did not like this video, be sure to hit that dislike button, and let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you think DSP is gonna continue with this hustle of just begging fans for money and they just give him money, or do you think eventually his viewers will dry up and his money will also dry up and he'll beg the internet for money again? Yeah, like I said, let me know what you guys think. If you guys are new to my content and enjoy it, be sure to subscribe with notifications on to never miss a single upload. Oh my gosh, to never miss a single upload. And until next time, y'all, adios.